Hi, it's me, Limbus Company, October 11th. We got a new banner. It's a kind of sucky banner, just like the last one. It's one ego for Heathcliff, but thankfully it's for the best new abnormality that was added to the game. So yeah, Yasun Yathated Rapam is a lust skill, if I remember correctly. I'm glad that they're adding more ego for each of these abnormalities. Something tells me that they're just adding one for each of the ones that was already in the game at launch. Or at least that's what it seems like it's doing. So if that's true, then every week we're going to get one, which means by the start of the next season, we will have new ego for Hexnail, Pursuance, Ardor Blossom Star, and I think there's one other one, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Anyways, this is a one ego banner. I ain't pulling for that, so we're just gonna buy it. There's no purpose to these banners. They're such a waste since you can't pull dupes.
지면이 울릴 때마다 네 업을 떠올려라.
I mean, all things considered, though, this looks badass. I love this abnormality. So yeah, whoa, cost! What the fuck? What is this? Cost? 2 Wrath, 2 Lust, 2 Sloth, 2 Gloom. What Heathcliff feels this best? Is it... It's gotta still be N-Corp, right? Because it's got the Lust and the Gloom. I don't think there even is a Heathcliff with Sloth, but most of them have Wrath. Like, N-Corp is like the only one that doesn't. Anyways, this is an 18 to 26, 3 target with -1 attack weight for some reason. I mean, it's alright, it's blunt, so that's a plus. At 15 plus SP, attack weight +1. You have to use this at 40 SP or higher in order to activate it, but that is a 4 target, at least. On hit, inflict 2 attack power down next turn. After attack, heal 17 SP for 4 other allies with the least SP. I have no idea what types of teams are even going to be trying to fuel this. Actually, yeah, I do. This is like a discard burn stuff. You've got both discards, full fuel it, and then you just need one more for the Gloom. And that's basically it. Corrosion. 33 to 18, so it actually rolls higher. At -15 or lower SP, attack weight +1, so that's not nearly as helpful. On hit, inflict 3 defense level down to a random ally. On hit, gain 2 defense level up next turn, gain 1 damage up next turn, heal 4 SP on self on tails it? That's so meh. Okay, passive. Diana, this has so much text, and I guarantee you, without even looking at it, it's not helpful. Like, I kind of already know what this does from the trailer, or, like, the teaser thing. Raise max HP by 15% of this identity's base max HP when recovering from stagger, and that is why it's useless. It activates off of stagger. Then, heal by 15% of current max HP. If at less than 30% of current max HP, heal by 25% instead. Ooh. 3 times per encounter. At encounter end, revert to base max HP. Current HP value will be adjusted to reflect the HP percentage at the time of combat end. What? 3 times per encounter at encounter end. What does that mean? Is that like each wave? I don't know, and I'm not going to test it because this passive is basically useless. As it is. This is basically always going to be a 4 target AoE that heals SP for everyone else. And that is fantastic. It's also AoE attack power down, which is really nice support. I don't remember having that very much. So let me build a team for this. We'll go into XP excavation and we'll see what it's like to use. I am excited to see if this is any good. I have a feeling that this is going to be a pretty strong ego just in general. Because there are a lot of things going for it. Just by itself, you know? And that's good. I am going to have to actually try and get the resources for it. It's a little bit... With a 7-person team, this is a lot less awkward to fuel. With a 5-person team, this is really awkward to fuel. Especially in fights like this. Because you have to rely on having the stuff for it, you know? And will not always have that with a 5-person team. So there, I fueled half of it. The gloom is going to be the issue. I need more lust as well, so we'll just pop that. It doesn't really matter to me that it doesn't do anything. Also, I saw that for paralysis. This is the problem with fighting Encore, but don't worry about it. It didn't even matter. Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people will probably disagree with me on this, and that's fine, but I personally think that My Form Empties is the coolest new abnormality in this game. And the reason being, because all the other ones just kind of suck at the moment. I think, definitely, of the ones that we can actually fight, My Form Empties is way more of a satisfying fight than Rose Sign. And that's because Rose Sign was kind of really easy, and My Form Empties at least feels like you have to play along with its rules, you know? Yo, I didn't check Heathcliff's sanity. I hope it's good. Because otherwise this is gonna be awkward. Is that 20? Eh, whatever. Watch this. I don't care. Chance to corrode. 0% actually. Nice. It is blunt, which is amazing. Let's just get that out of the way right now, because that's always going to be the case. I'm not going to get the additional target slot, so it's only going to hit 2 of them. That's fine. I might be able to use it 2 turns in a row. That'd be nice, because then we could see both. Yo, Heathcliff. My guy. He didn't just lose all of his dice, did he? I really hope not. Okay, good. I got heads with it, sweet. Okay, this ego is cool as hell. I'll just say that much. And yeah, it is almost a party-wide SP heal, which is just fantastic. I can't do the corrosion to show it right now, right? Yeah, because it's only a 25% chance. I want to use the corrosion. Yeah, because there's the thing. I would need to get 1 gloom. So let's get 1 gloom. There we go, there it is. I just need to leave one of them alive to do this. I could just defend with everybody else, actually. Hold on, who are you targeting? Yeah, because you can't target Heathcliff, otherwise I won't be able to use it. Let's see the other animation, shall we? I'm probably just going to nuke my own field. That's fine. Honglu is actually surprisingly tanky against this fight. What the heck? Alright, let's see it. He is here. So I need to make sure that the enemies are not dying before he gets to do that. So I think we just do this. So that it hits, you know? Stable overclock? Oh my god. That was so perfect. Whoa. Okay, I mean, that's not as good. And the reason it's not as good, he just got 8 SP back. Yeah, no, that is super unnecessary to ever use that corrosion, honestly. He lived. Die. That is a super unnecessary corrosion. The awakening is pretty strong as it is, so you don't really need to ever worry about corroding. You would want to corrode with Sun Shower, but that doesn't synergize because it gives you SP back. One thing I can say for certain is it looks badass, so that's cool. All right, let's check out the Uptie 4 and see what changes about it. Because this seems to be pretty good. This is a very much... It's a powerful thing for burn-oriented teams, because burn and discard both fuel it really well. This is Capote. You run it alongside both Capotes, Liu Ishmael, both discards. Obviously you need Heathcliff. I don't know what Heathcliff you'd probably want to be running. If it were one... Heathcliff doesn't have any Pride IDs either. I just realized. So that's awkward. You would want another person to use a Pride ID so that Otis can use the other Yasunyata Tetrapalm. And your only option at that point is Encorp Mersault, which is bad. So let's check out Uptie 4. Yep, that's a 5 target. 25 SP. Okay. This is really good. It's a 5 target because, let's be honest, if you're using this in a serious situation, you're only ever going to use it when you have max sanity anyways. 25 SP is a lot, and while it's not entirely party-wide, it's still, like, if you don't have Faust in the party, you can do this, and it does the same job of Fluid Sac, because you don't really need the HP from it most of the time. And then, of course, having the attack power down infliction is also really nice. It makes winning clashes easier, and that's really nice. This gains the same thing, and inflicts 1 fragile on Tails hit. That's a little bit underwhelming for an upgrade for the Corrosion as well. Especially since you're not going to want to use the Corrosion anyways. But I think that... I mean, you'd want to get Fluid Sac up first, but I think this is worth getting it up tie for. It is a 5 target, effectively. And that's really good. So, yeah. No, I think this is just better than Telepole. Unless you're running Rabbit, because Rabbit actually gets charge. So yeah, that's my opinion of it. I like it more, and I think it might just be better because of the support it provides. Heathcliff really needs a new Teth Ego. AEDD doesn't do a lot, because his IDs tend to be a little slower. But yeah, that's it. This is a really short video, and I'm sorry. Like, there's really nothing for me to talk about. What I would really like to see them do is add, like... It doesn't necessarily need to be weekly, but there's a lot of cool fights that are just locked behind Railway, and you can never do them because they're so annoying to get. What you should do is have, like... They need something for us to do in the meantime, because there's no reason for me to replay Railway. I've got all rewards from it. What they should do is, like, once a week or every other week, whatever, maybe every week that they don't introduce a banner, have a once per week fight that's against one of the boss abnormalities, and then have like 3 objectives for it. One of them can just be beat it in a certain amount of time, and then have the other 2 be challenges associated with the abnormality. Blubbering Toad, in other words, have one of the objectives be win the fight without any Sinner's sanity going below -20, because that fight is very heavy draining on your sanity. You don't need to necessarily do it quickly either, but like having stuff like this, it would allow people to fight the bosses that are really obnoxiously rare, like any boss from Railway basically, and then tie something into it so that people can get a little bit of resources. I'm not saying give Lunacy for it. Maybe give like 40 Lunacy for the time one, because this will be the first time you clear it. And then have it be like, I don't know, like 3... Give them 5 red boxes for one of the objectives. Give them 15 thread for the other one. Give them... what's the other resource? Give like 5 gold tickets. That's all you gotta do. And then that would be enough to, like, each week you would have a fight that has some challenges tied to it. People can, like, test stuff out against them, too. because that's another thing. There's not really anything to test your builds out on except for excavation, which is not good enough. Especially now that the hardest fights are going to be 7 team members. And rebuttals to this. But Cass, what if they don't want to have story abnormalities be fights in this because they don't want to spoil it for the main story? Okay. There are, I think, 10 abnormality battles in this game that aren't even in the story at all. We've got Headless Ichthus, Fairy Longlegs, Alleyway Watchdog, Glupo, the Town Robot, My Form Empties, Workshop, the Clock Robot. I don't know what it's called, I'll be honest. Steam Transport Machine, I think. Lantern, Wayward Passenger, Rose Sign. Now, with My Form Empties and Rose Sign, there's also the rebuttal of, oh, but those are supposed to be the challenging bosses of the railway. And to that I say, yeah, probably don't add a Rose Sign variant of this while the railway is still available. But for all the other fights, absolutely do it. Like, have challenges to them to earn more rewards. Because this game has nothing to do. I haven't even been doing a daily mirror dungeon recently because it's just so boring. I'll do the hard one because that's a weekly thing, but yeah, I don't know. Something like that. You could make like 9 of them in one update. Like, give it a couple of weeks. Make 9 of them for one update. And the fights already exist too, that's the other thing. All you're really programming at that point are the ways to get into it, you know? Stuff like that. And if they wanted to add like the less important story abnormalities, like Doomsday Clock, that, like, some of the old fights are actually cool. Like, Doomsday Clock is a legitimately cool fight the first time you do it, and every fight after that, it's just boring. So tying something to do with it, like, beat it without tributing Claydol. Sorry, I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot. Without offering up Claydolls. That would be fun. And have the punishment for not using a doll be a sinner dies or something like that. You would probably have to replay the fight a couple of times if you did it like that. But that's fine. You know? Having to do a fight twice, it's a lot less frustrating than having to fight Sunshower Fox 5 times with 6 protection each time. But yeah, you could add, like, I don't know, the robots from Chapter 2. Pink Shoes. Pink Shoes is a fight that I didn't even remember for a long time, because when do you fight it, you know? You fight it in Chapter 2, but it's completely forgettable. But yeah, that's just what I have, my opinion on that. I don't know if anybody's going to agree with that, and it's fine if you don't. But yeah, that'd just be cool to see. Excited to see if we're going to get an actual banner next week instead of just these 1 ego banners. I have a feeling that these are just going to be 1 ego banners for the rest, because they're spacing it out because Season 3 got delayed by a month. Speaking of, we've only got about a month to go for that. So that'll be fun. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. So thank you for watching. Consider subscribing if you enjoyed this or agree with me. Please. Sorry. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope you have a good weekend. I'll see y'all later. Bye!